y'all, it's Shaquia. Today I'm going to do my first official YouTube video. And I think I'm going to do an eyebrow tutorial. I want to show you guys what I do for my brows, what works for me. Something simple, something quick. I'm still trying to learn brows myself. I'm still learning as I go. So I'm just going to show you guys what I do to clean them up, what I do to fill them in. If you like it, you can try it. If you want to suggest something I should do, something I should try, feel free to comment. Let me know. But yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna start off by setting my brows, and when I say set, mean I'm gonna put a powder on them, a loose powder, to stop them from shining, from moving, to help keep the product in place. I'm using Black Opal. It's a loose powder. When I say loose powder, that's what it is. It actually moves. It's like baby powder. So you want to take a powder. I'm using a flat brush. You can use any type of brush, really. Shader brush, any type of, you can use eyeshadow brush, whatever brush works for you. Tap it off. Tap it on your brow. Simple as that. Dip it, tap it, put it on. Simple as that. That's it. Moving on. So I'm going to be using the NYX Super Slim Brow Pencil. I've never really used this brow pencil before. I think I've used it one time and I really didn't care for it. So I'm going to try it again. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. It has a spoolie on the other end. See that? It's mechanical. Oh, twisting it the wrong way. There it is. It's mechanical. Twists right up. Super slim and little. See that? Okay, so we're gonna get started. So what I like to do is I actually like to start at the bottom of my brow. Blend some of this powder out. I actually like to start at the bottom of my brow, right underneath here. You can see that. So I like to start in the front with small strokes. You just want to do light strokes. You're literally just tracing the brow. I kind of like to trace and feel at the same time, if that makes sense to you guys. So as I'm tracing it, I'm going up a little to fill in as well. And so you just want to go that way. Like that. Bring it down. Bring it down. See that? Simple, right? Something simple. See that? And then you just want to go fill it in. I like to bring mine in towards the center of my nose because when I do the other brow, I kind of like to make a unibrow. It helps with the helps to make my brows even. That's what I'm trying to say. So when I do it, you will see how it comes along. I do a unibrow and then I clean the middle up. So we've outlined the bottom, and then we're just gonna go ahead straight to the top brow. You wanna, I start about here, and then just do the same thing, light strokes. Trace the brow, and bring it down. See that? It's already starting to take shape. You see that? So you just wanna make small strokes until you get the shape you desire. That's if you're not good at brows. You also want to try to play around with the shape. See if you want a higher arch, if you want them straighter, if you want them boxy. I don't care for boxy brows. So if you want them darker, I kind of like a natural brow, should I say? Something natural, soft. It depends on how I'm doing the look. If I want it a little more harsh, but for now we're going to do something simple and soft. So then we're just going to continue to fill this brow, shape this brow. We're shaping right now. We're not filling, we're shaping. You see that? And bring it down. So now that we have the brow shaped, Let me zoom in a little bit so y'all can see it. You see that? We have the brow shaped. So now we're going to go in. Let me zoom back out. So now we're going to go in and we're going to fill in the brow. We're going to fill the brow in. When I say fill in, we want it to look like hair. So you're going to make soft, short strokes. if that makes sense to you guys. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to take the pencil. Start in the back. Soft, small strokes. See that? You want it to look like little hairs. And you're just going to fill in where, my eyebrows are really thin. So you just want to fill in where you see like if you have thick eyebrows, you just want to fill in where you feel like there's a shortage of hair there. But for me, I have really thin brows, so I pretty much have to fill in the whole brow. And sometimes you can make the tail, this is the tail. This is the tail of the brow. Sometimes you can make the tail darker in the back than in the front, because I like the ombre effect. I feel like that gives it a more natural look. You see that? You just fill it in. And take your time. It's your brow. Take your time. You got to play around with it to see exactly what it is you like and what it is you want your brows to look like. You have to figure that out. Nobody can tell you what your brows should look like and what it shouldn't. Except for me. I can tell you that. I was just playing. Fill it in. You see that? We have a brow coming together, guys. See that? See? Simple. I like to leave it a little light in the front because I'm going to take the spoolie and brush it out. So it'll be lighter in the front. It gives it a fade effect, gradient effect. So then when I get in the front, I like to push up. I like to make small strokes up. Up, 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 up. Like that. See that? Simple. And then you just go back in and fill in where you want it darker. And then if you want it lighter, you take the spoolie in. If you feel like you put too much product in one spot, you take this side of your, you take this, if it's either on your pencil or separately, whatever the case may be. You take it and you just brush through the hairs like such. Like that, until you get it to look how you want it to look. If you want it lighter, if you like the dark look, that's fine. Me, I want it to be a little light right now because I'm not putting on any other makeup. So we're just going to do that. Just going to fill that in. And you still, as you feel, you can still shape and feel. Shape and feel. See that? See that? So in the front, I like to take my spoolie and I just go like this. It helps it look a little more natural. See that? Boom. So I actually want to fill in the front a little bit more. And I want to bring it forward a little bit more because remember, I'm making a I'm going to make a unibrow. Simple. Let's move on to the next brow. We're going to do the exact same thing on the next brow. Remember, we're going to start in the front. I'm going to bring it, well, I'm going to bring it, this is what, once again, this is what works for me. I'm going to bring this close to my nose, to the middle of my nose as I can. But I'm still following the natural shape of my brow. Okay? The natural shape. You want to follow the natural shape of your brow. Bring it down, bring the tail. See, when my tail ended at, your tail should end with the end of your eye. Or is that the beginning of your eye? Either way, you want to meet this part of your eye. See that? There. Your tail shouldn't be here. Like it shouldn't be there. I mean, if you like it, I love it. So we're going to continue shaping this brow. Then we're going to go move to the top. I have the bottom shapes. And we're going to go to the top. Do the same thing. Fill it out. Create our tail. And created our tail. We get the shape. Bring it into the middle again. Because we're trying to, I mean, they're not going to touch, but they're going to somewhat touch. You see that? See that? Shape, shape, shape. And once again, I know y'all probably know this. Your eyebrows are not twins. They're sisters. So you just want to get them as close as the same shape, same length as possible. One eyebrow is always going to be thicker than the other. Thinner, higher arch, no arch. It's just, you just have to get them as close as possible. Okay, so now I'm going to start filling in this brow. Fill it in, small light strokes. Take your time till you get your desired shape and your desired feel. Crazy, because get to the front. I like to do small strokes in the front. Feel that? Brow. Boom. Brow. Fill in a little bit more. I see some spots that need a little bit more. I want it to be actually a little bit darker, just a little bit. Like that. And I'm gonna take the spoolie, and then I'm gonna lightly stroke it in the front to help less harsh. See that? Brush them hairs back. Simple. We have a brow. I will actually go outside like this. See? See that? Have a brow. See that? Okay, so now we're going to move on to the concealer portion. So you use the concealer just to clean it up, make them more sharp. Like I would really probably go outside if I was in a rush. Like if I just want to throw on the brow, because it's actually pretty clean now. But we can take some concealer and clean it up more to make it a more sharp brow. And then after you use the concealer to sharpen it up, if you go back in and see that you want to add some more pencil somewhere else, or to make it a little more darker, that's really your option. So with concealer, you want to use, my preference, excuse me, is to use something that's either the same color as my skin tone or as close as possible to my skin tone. Some people like to use a lighter color on the bottom and the same color as their skin on the top. To use a lighter color on the bottom, that gives your eyebrow a highlight. It helps it pop out a little bit more. But for this video, I'm just going to use whatever I really have on hand. I'm going to use the Ruby Kisses concealer in the color chocolate brown. It's close to my skin tone, but not exact. So I'm just going to use this to show you guys how I clean it up. So I like to use a angle brush. This is angle brush by Morphe. I believe it's a E29. This is the E29 brush by Morphe. See that? This is what it looks like. The spoolie on the other end. So I like to put a little concealer on the back of my hand. It helps warm it up. It helps more. I usually let it sit for a little while to help it get a little more stiff and flat. It helps it lay down better. But for this video, we're just going to go ahead and rock with it. So we put it on the back of our hand. I'm trying to open my mirror, y'all. Y'all hear my train in the background? But, so we're going to take the concealer on the back of our hand. Take the brush. Put some on the brush. We're going to put some on the brush. See that? So then we're going to take the brush. I'm using it this way. I like to, some people just swipe. Some people don't use flat angle brushes, but this is what works for me. There's a million different types of brushes you can use to apply your concealer to clean up your brow. This is what I prefer to use. So I take it in the front. I like to start in the front of my brow, and I don't stroke this way. I like to place, then swipe down. So I like to start here once again because I'm trying to get them as even as possible. So we're gonna do, and then because I'm sorry y'all, but then because I'm not doing no other, I might, I don't know. I'm gonna try to use as little concealer as possible because I don't want to do any other makeup right now. So I'm trying to use as little as possible. So I like to start here, place, swipe, place, swipe. And you want to get as closest to the brow as possible. That's how you get a sharp, clean brow. I'm going to try to get as close as possible. Remember, I'm still learning as well. So we're going to do that there. Swipe, place, and swipe. Place and swipe. This is what works for me. This method works for me because for some reason I tried the swipe method. I mean, I swipe when I get on top, but underneath it's hard for me to swipe. So I just like to place and do this. See that? Place and swipe. And bring it down just a little bit. See that? See that? It has a shape already. You just want to clean it up as good as possible. The concealer helps clean up any mistakes that you made with the pencil. It helps cover, like my eyebrows hasn't been threaded, waxed, or anything in a very long time. So I do have some strangly hairs laying there. So this concealer will help cover some of that up as good as possible. So that's what the concealer is for. And you just want to place and swipe. See that? See? It's not a lot. Something simple and soft. We're going to move on to the next one. Same thing. Concealer on the brush. Start in the front. I like to start about where I started the other one. Place and swipe. Place and swipe. See that? Place and swipe. Simple. Quick and simple. This is a super simple. This is simple brow. I'm not doing anything fancy right now because I'm not doing any shadow or anything like that. So I'm just going to do a simple, clean brow. You see that? See how I basically have a unibrow? So when I finish that, I'm going to take my finger and just swipe down and to have my brows even. Some people don't like for their brows to come in this close, but I actually like it. You see that? Get to the tail, make that tail as sharp as possible. And then also I like to do a unibrow. Let me tell you why. Because as I'm looking at my brows now, this helped me. This shows me if one brow is higher than the other one, if one is thicker than the other one. I can take the concealer and clean that up and get them more close as the same shape as possible. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but as I'm looking at it, this one is actually lower. You see that? Than that one. You see that? So now I'm going to take my brush and actually go back to this brow and push it up some to help it be the same shape as that one. See that? Boom. See? They're close as possible now. Simple and clean. Now we can move on to the top brow. It's the exact same method. Exact same method for the top brow. Exact same method. We're going to start in the front. Place and swipe. Place and swipe. And remember, if you make a mistake with this concealer, like if the concealer gets in the hairs of your brow, you can always just take the pencil and go back through it. Clean it right back up. See that? Place and swipe. Place and swipe. Get to the tail. Clean this tail up as good as possible. Take your time. Again, take your time with your brow. This is your brow. You got to get it how you want it to look. See that? We have a brow, baby. Place and swipe, people. Place and swipe. This is what works for me. If you have another method you would like me to try, please feel free to tell me. See that? See that? simple. This is a brow you can throw on real quick, run outside. If you went to the store and you don't like going outside without your brows on, it works, honey. Once again, we're making a brow, so I want that concealer to connect with the other side. Making a unibrow. Look at that. And just slide it down that tail. You want to bring that tail to a point. See that? Brows, babies. Brows. See, and then as I'm looking at it, this one, this is why the unibrow helps again. This one is higher at the top than this one. So I'm going to bring that one down.
The comforting repetition of waves. Waves. Wait, that's a bloody puddle splashing all over your clothes.
See that? Simple touch.
Get them out with Tide, America's #1 detergent. If it's got to be clean, it's got
Simple touch. See that? And then at this point, I can decide if I want to go in and add some more pencil, if I want to make some areas darker, whatever I want to do. See that? Whatever I want to do. See that? Close as possible, right? So now I'm going to take, I'm okay with this for now. I mean, if it had been another video, I probably would be like, no, this has to be here. But we're okay with this for now. And then, ladies, always remember that when you're doing your brows, one brow is always going to look better than the other one. Because they're not twins. Okay. So that same flat top brush I used earlier to apply my powder, I'm going to take it to blend this concealer out. And since, like I said, because I'm not doing any other foundation or anything right now, I'm going to try to, you want to try to blend it out as good as possible. Now, ladies, a trick to blending out concealer is to start at the edge of the concealer and then work your way in, if that makes sense. Because I don't know if you guys noticed that when people take pictures and you see their halo around their brow, meaning you can see the concealer that was laid, it wasn't properly blended out, okay? So you're going to take your brush and you want to start, see, I'm starting at the, where that concealer begins. There, and then I'm going to work my way up. Start there. And you just want to tap and press. Tap and press. I don't like to swipe. I honestly don't know why. I just like to tap and press. So you just want to tap and press. That's going to blend that concealer out and keep it in place. Keep it in the very spot that you laid it in. Okay? Just tap and swipe. Tap and swipe. See that? Baby, we got a brow, baby. See that? We go to the other side. Tap and press. Tap and press. Tap and press. You want to start at the beginning of the concealer and work your way up. Once again, this is what works for me. If you want me to try the way you do it, please let me know and I will gladly try it to see how I like it. See that? Now we're going to go to the top of the brow. Same thing. You want to blend out. See that? You really just tap it on top of the concealer. You don't want to move it. You want it to stay where it is, but yet you want to blend it out, if that makes any sense. See that? Now this concealer is a little lighter than my skin, just a little bit. I haven't been really taking care of my skin, y'all. So we're just blending it out. Blend, blend, blend. Now, the unibrow. I'm going to take the brush. And I'm going to go directly down. Directly down in between both brows. See that? See that? Boom. And then at this point, I can decide if I want to move it back. I can just take the brush, move it back. Move it back. See that? We got brows, baby. See how? What? Y'all can't tell me nothing. Nothing. I wish I could raise it. Yeah. Blend, 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 blend. Blend, blend is the word. Blend is the word of the day, ladies. Okay? Okay. Blend, 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 bitches. That's it. Simple, cute, Simple and cute, ladies. Simple and cute. So then, I don't like boxy brows. I don't like my brows to look square. It drives me nuts, ladies. So I'm gonna go in. Call your name, Daddy, Daddy. So I'm gonna go in, and I'm gonna take my spoolie, and I'm going to lightly stroke that front part again, because I want to blend them hairs out again. Now that we've got a starting point for our brows. Same thing on the other side. See that? Period, poo. Brows, bitches. You can go outside like this, ladies. Throw on some lashes. And it's lashes, a little lip gloss. Look at that brow. Clean. You can't even tell my shit ain't been waxed. Can't tell me nothing. So the concealer, you don't want it to just sit there without anything on it, because it will move and separate. So you want to take a powder, a compact powder. So you want to take a compact powder, a finishing powder, whatever you want to call it, like this. I'm using Soft Focus by Black Radiance. And you just want to take a little powder. For this, I'm just go ahead and use the same flat top brush. Take a little powder on a brush and just set the concealer. Period. Period. That's it. To stop that concealer from moving, baby. That's all you want to do. That's it. Boom. Brows, baby. Y'all see that? Simple. Cute. Simple. At this point, you can decide if you want to throw on some lashes. If you want to do some foundation. If you want, whatever you want to do. Right now, I'm not going to do all that. I'm just leave it like this. Yeah. So if you like it, ladies, if you have anything you want me to try, if you want me to try your method, please comment down below. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share this video. Smooches.